It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cornhuskers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Coming out with it, it's Vaughn. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Volunteers offense will have the football first. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter. And Jesse, they think they found him.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity. And David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and to have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt. I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates. They're going to be watching every single...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a dream opening drive for this defense, man. You want to create some negative plays, create some energy. They do just that. They create the turnover. They set their offense up. Got even a little bit of a return with it, but that's a dream start for this defense.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finding themselves down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown ball. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got it in the middle. It's Cutler. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. So here is the Tennessee offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great ball running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Bull down after a pickup of 5, but they knock that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Vols are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. On to attempt the try. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Punts it out of the air. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But Indy breaks into the open. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Quick release on the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sweet cut there. Picks up the first down, still moving. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. The play action fake. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback keeper. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's fourth down. Will they bring out the punt team? And the Huskers will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks a bullet to the right. He's got it on the outside. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll go to the ground. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They go right back to him. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. On the run, still looking. They get to him as he throws.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
There's a very high standard and a high bar when you're playing defense at Nebraska. You always hear people talk about the black shirts. Well, this guy right here, he fits into that because of his speed. You saw in that blitz, they had no shot of blocking him. He's able to get home to the quarterback to come up with a massive sack.
And the Volunteers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quickly complete. Touchdown Vols! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like...
Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
And he makes the extra point.
Tennessee, 35. Nebraska, 7.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down here for the offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. The throw to the outside is complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Another incompletion on 3rd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a...
Turning it on. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
He'll throw it. And that one's incomplete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Man, no, bro. I got this new Joker Hendricks, like, at encourage transfers, and bro, I seen this Joker stats, and this guy's crazier than what you call it. So I got it. I had to start the boy.
There's gonna have to be some questions.
Shout out Hendricks. Boy got 99 throw power and 90 speed. That my quarterback right there. That my quarterback right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go.
But yeah, this is definitely more of the offense that I'm accustomed to. We're back to our Eric Taylor roots officially. So Tennessee will be back in the hunt. Hey man, he finally back, baby.
They're up by 7 over Western Michigan.
Yeah.
KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got the back in the middle.
And our defense getting downhill. I love it.
Short gain. And the Huskers in the hurry up. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Pitts. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to the big tight end.
No, sir.
Passes
Absolutely.
incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll open the second half on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And they're not on the same page there. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Huskers are marching down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up.
He smashes his way through again. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Husker. He got
Wow. Wow. Just wow.
Oh, man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here is the Tennessee offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Got his man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Fighting off the defender. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play.
And let this be a good lesson to all young running backs out there. You just have to know when the play is over. This isn't high school football anymore. You're not going to be able to make every single guy miss, spin out of every tackle.
Grabs it inside the 10. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown ball! Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Nice move there. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my...
He's loose down the left side. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Wide open downfield. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Beckham. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Makes a grab deep. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Grab behind the line. It's Beckham. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry.
Touchdown, Volunteers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Finds his target down the middle. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here's a heat. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for room. It's McLeod. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. He's looking to pass. Caught behind the line. It's McLeod. Still running at the 40. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's sacked. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Behind the chains now on second and long. On the option. Steamrolls his way ahead. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Just an outstanding performance for this guy behind center. And the QB has more than had his weight as lots of running room. He's inside the 40. The 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And the Vols have taken it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the... He's got it along the sideline. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. He found open space. The band might as well start playing.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Across the 45. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me.
Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being...
Touchdown ball! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Pitts. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Creates a little room. Turning it on!
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Working that left side now. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock. And
he's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go. He's got his first down and more. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players.
There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Using his feet to buy time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass, it's Burt. Under fire. He's going to take off. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make it.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Bring in the heat. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the goal line. Timeout is called with just a single second left. How good have they been on third down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them.